Welcome back to The CRUST. We're already on episode 20. I can't believe it's really been a great experience. While the game is still in early access and it shows in some ways, it is still really a great experience. I've loved it so far. If you missed it in the last episode, this was definitely a big one because underground over here we revamped completely the base. We have now a huge base that is also fully scalable. You know, I can add as many as I want of these multi-regolith over there. I can add as many as I want of these rare earth mineral. Then I have one line here for each of the furnaces, and then we go over here for each of the intermediary or final resources. Same thing, one line for each with a bus on the side here. Right, so it's fully scalable and really good. We also expanded a bit there, and we're gonna continue that in this episode. But most importantly, if you remember at the end of the last episode, we mentioned that the big problem we're having is that right now we're getting tons of silicon into our regolith, but very few titanium oxide and aluminum oxide. And this was because if you look over here, I only have one mobile drilling rig, right? And it was focused on terrain that was very heavy on silicon oxide and very empty of everything else. It does have also rare earth material, so that's good. Now the good thing is we have a second one, as you can see over here, and it is way better. Look at this mix. We have a lot of aluminum, a lot of titanium, and still a bit of iron, and still some rare earth elements, so that's perfect. If you look over here, obviously we use this to find a place that was pretty good. And we're going to continue, scan or geological exploration. I'm doing one here. I'm gonna send this one there to continue to try to find even more good places. Now to make this happen, I had to make this new mobile rig. I had to build on the surface over here a new building. This is this one here, the large vehicle assembly facility. It costed a lot, and it also costed a lot in terms of just making one more mobile drilling rig, because look at this, in particular 5 of these control units and 22 of these composites. That costed a lot. That's why I haven't built another one yet. It is these engines, we have crossed the 50%. We're down to 906 days, but we have made some progress. First of all, this is working really well. We do have, over here you can see multiple different things. We're gonna move it soon, and similarly I want to move this one soon, but it's actually also getting some pretty good different resources. We have multiple trucks going to each, and I've actually also started to send some trucks to some of these expeditions, right, to some of these point of interest to gain some resources and research, etc. You can see my research process super high because many of these are giving me research points. We have been able to do this because we have finished giving the modular terminals and the carbon fiber. The 2000 took us a while, but now it's done. We need 1,500 nanotubes and almost 2,500 modular frames. We're not there yet, like I'm not gonna lie. You can see the nanotubes are actually increasing at a nice pace. I feel we're almost like 600, but the modular frame, it's taking forever. And if we go into the bottom over here, you can see some of the production now working really well. For example, my microcircuits there, this is basically full. Right, it's working really well with 4 that are at level 2. It's fine. Nanotubes, I used to have 3, now we also have 5, and they're actually working also, pretty well, except that they don't have enough colonists. So I need to increase my number of colonists. The problem is a bit more over here. For this one, it is requiring a lot of titanium plates, and I was not making enough titanium up until now. It's still getting difficult. You can see the first one is full of titanium, the second is not, and the third is basically empty. So I need more titanium. This is really my problem over here. So what I've just been doing now is I've added a lot more. I used to have only 3 or 4, but now that we're getting more titanium oxide, I've increased the number by a lot. You can see, by the way, all of these are level 1, right? We have tons of silicon level 1. We have quite a few also more of these for the aluminium. I used to also have only 2 or 3, now we have more. And similarly for the iron, I continue to expand that further. we are getting close to where, you know, the sort of end of my base or current base is. So I've also restarted to dig over here. You can see excavation, you know, I'm excavating all over here. Not so much for the resources, I don't really need the regulars, but it is more to have space to put more of these. So yeah, we're making progress, but the key reason, you know, I paused to show you now is, first of all, obviously we'll continue to do contracts from time to time, but I want to complete the Aurora project. So we want to complete this one. I have already done, sorry, wrong button again. There it is. So I have already completed part of it, because you may remember it was requiring a couple of different resources, carbon fiber and nanotubes. I sent this. The only one remaining to send is the composite. Now I'm still not making any, but we can buy in the market from time to time, and so that's what I've done. So let's send these ones now and see what happens, you know, with this next step in the it's a special quest, right? Because I still don't have anything else. I think if you're following other YouTubers, you may see a lot of other missions. I don't know if it's a bug or what, but I feel like a big part of those side mission I didn't get. It may also be because of the choice we made at the beginning, but still, we'll see that in the future. You know, I don't think that's going to be our last Let's Play of the CRUST. I think we'll definitely do another one in the future. But there it is. What's the problem over here? Oh, titanium plates, and yes, we are always low on titanium plates, so maybe let's buy a few and put them next to it. No, it's fine, we have that money. So, another contract done. Okay, so let's deliver here, and you know, we can put this as a high priority, and they should finish it. Because yeah, we you know, we always have to be careful, always increase your production both of electricity but also your batteries, and it is actually not going that high. So let's see when I build those ones if it goes back up. You know, what you can do is check every day. If you are right now, you know, I'm at the let's say at the end of the night, I can check the percentage of my batteries, and then the day after I can check again and see what happened. Yeah, otherwise, oh, here it is. Thank you for being with us all this time. We have significantly improved the situation in the Arctic and managed to absorb the construction of a giant industrial complex. Our Aurora turned out to be more promising than we'd thought. Of course, it's impossible to fully address global warming, but we've made a great start. Okay, so that was it. Or maybe something's gonna start now. They did give us some money and stuff, but yeah. Let's see, a bit disappointed if that's the only thing. Okay, so again, you know, from time to time we getting a lot of resources there, and I'm checking the percentages, but we're getting more titanium and aluminum, so that's the important thing. We don't have any rovers that are not doing anything right now, so I may buy or build a new one soon. And I continue to, you know, look at this whole place to see what's happening. We may move this one because, as you can see now, it is green soon, and this one is still okay. Oh, it is very low on aluminium. Okay, so let me check that. Aluminium. Yeah, okay, the aluminium is gone. So let's move slightly over here. Try to get some aluminium, right? And then because this one is also actually not getting a lot of aluminium, it seems. So maybe we move it over there, get some more aluminium. Okay, by the way, if you haven't noticed, playing in 1 speed is okay-ish, but playing in 4 speed, my frames are terrible, right? You can see the game is really struggling at this point. And it's not like my base is huge. I mean, it is small compared to the numbers that they're talking about for the laser project, right? So I think the game definitely needs more optimization in the future, but it is early access, right? So let's keep that in mind. Okay, so this one has arrived. Nice place there. Good. Let's continue this. Oh, and I see I have one cargo truck that is idle. That's great. So let's do one more mission. What do we have here? An extraction complex. Okay, sure. Let's see. you know, I don't really read all of the description. Oh no, this one is very far. It is empty. Okay, back to base. I guess it did an expedition there and somehow stayed there. Same for this one. What is happening for this one? No, it's going to the base. Okay, that's fine. So do I... No, I don't have any actually. So let's, as I said, build one more and I'll see you in a few more minutes. It is in a couple of minutes, maybe 1 hour later. I'm not gonna lie, we have spent even more days. You can see we're down to 800 now. And yeah, we have more resource. I've been also selling a lot of resource to make some money, to buy more people. We are up to 38 colonies now, right? This is really a lot more, and it does cost quite a bit of money to hire them and also to keep them, you know, healthy and all of this. But yeah, you can see a lot of people, in particular, a lot of engineers, to make sure that I have a lot of people. I mean, we're gonna see if they are here. No, nobody here. Wait, that's not normal that I see none of them anywhere. Maybe they're all sleeping right now. There it is. I can see they're all going. It's probably I just reloaded the save, and I'm guessing it's one of those things where actually when you reload, they're all going back to where they were. So you can see most of them are going now to work. So with this, indeed, we're starting to actually make more of these advanced resource. I mean, you may remember I was low before on microprocessors. We're up to 600 modular frames and I haven't bought any. This is all local production. Now the nanotubes are decreasing by a lot, but this is not because I'm not making them. It's actually because I'm starting to actually even give them. Look at this. I'm actually, you know, 700 in and there's still 300. So it's not going to be enough to get to 1,500, but we're getting there. You know, there's quite a lot over here. I'm just, you know, I have put this belt so that accelerates a bit the delivery, even if there's a lot of these guys that are delivering at the same time, because I can't put it off, right? There's no way to put it off, so they are going. But anyway, so that has been done, that's working well. And you can even see also over here, right? There's good numbers. Aluminium now is a lot. Titanium is not there yet, but it is not zero. Same for silicon, so it's actually very high. I just sold some. So we're making good numbers on these, all of these basic productions. And to enable this, I've actually increased even more this. You can see now we actually have 4 outputs from the elevator, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we also have 4 on this side. And so I've reorganized this one. You can see all 4 outputs of the Regulus are used and all go into the conveyor, into the elevator. You can see pretty good numbers, right? 20%, 20%. So it's a big mix. We have a bit of everything, right? It's working really well there. So I'm happy over here. As I said, this required me to put all of these on to also upgrade all of them to level 2. I had to upgrade many of these belts too, right, to make it happen. And also upgrade some of these belts here. I can see that we're still quite high on iron. I may have to also you know, expand even more. I have continued to expand, you may not realize, but yeah, there's even more than before. They're all level 1. There's more of all of these, in particular over here. The titanium, as I just said, you know, was a bit low, is a bit low at 50. So I'm increasing it. But yeah, this is a lot. And I've also added more on this side, right? There's more here, more of these for the assemblers, as you can see. We have now how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 assemblers for the modular frames. And they seem to all be running, you know, perfectly. They're at 100, I mean, they have enough resources, I mean, to start the production. And then lastly, I also built 2 of those high-tech factories over here. You may remember in the previous episode, I mentioned that those high-tech factories, they can do many things, including alternate recipes for these things here, but these ones are not good. They basically enable you to not have rare earth elements, but apart from that, they're not that good. But we also have those 3 here. I've started here the composite one, as you can see, right? Oh, it goes back to 0, that's not nice. Oh, that's a bit of a bug, but anyway. So the composite one I started over there. I'm starting to make a few. And similarly over here, we have the control units. I haven't linked it to the bus, but we could, because obviously, you know, these are the resources. They could go there. It's just I haven't had time / money to do it. because it's such a small production. I don't really need those one right now. They're just for fun, right? What I need is more modular frames. Otherwise, we will be stuck and lose, you know, basically the game. We've continued to also to have more of the CPUs. You can see CPUs there. I've continued to do more research, right? The research slowly but surely getting almost done. I'm going to show you in a second. So the fundamental, if you look over here, right, basically everything done and all done. There is, of course, some that are missing over there, but it's just they don't exist yet, right? This is still WIP. Even some of these over here, you know, it says WIP in the title. It's not really working, but you can research it. So fundamental is 100% done. Then engineering is not 100%, but almost, right? Like there is 1, 2, and 3. And again, they say WIP anyway for most of them. So we're also almost done with engineering. The only one that still has a lot is the social one, but they also are a bit more WIP and a lot less useful, except potentially over here that could help me, you know, to have more contracts, to reduce the commission, right? That could be good. But also we're not that far, right? We're getting there. So you see we have quite a lot actually of income of research, and it's mainly thanks to a lot of these expeditions. We're doing, you know, expedition on the map, right? I've done many. There's still quite a few over there, but apart from these ones, you know, we have done many, right? You can see there's big parts of the moon without any left, so that's pretty good. That's pretty good. This one is, why is it not working? Again, some bugs when you reload. Many times those things stop, but anyway, that's life. So going to the laser gun now already. Wait, already we're going with the 1500. Wow, okay, so we're done with the nanotube. I thought we still needed a bit more, but now we're done. That's amazing. I still have 22. Okay, so we really need to move into the modular frame. And the reality again is, if you look at this, we are doing our best, but it's still not going to be enough. I mean, we're making 1.5 per minute in each at 100% efficiency. Okay, this one is a bit more efficient because there's multiple people in it, but they also don't work 100% of the time, right? So I think we're gonna need to move also to buying a bit more of these resources on the market, because otherwise we'll never get there. I can also take out the priority on the nanotube, even that we're finished there. This way all of my engineers can go work on this one, all right? So let's do this. Okay, we'll work here. But yeah, I think it's gonna be time to buy a bit more on the market, but look at this. I mean, if we go on the market, of course, the price changes from time to time. It will actually also probably increase if I buy a lot, but it's already more than 100,000 for just 50 of them, right? So it is pretty expensive. It is gonna cost me quite a lot to get to 2,500. But yeah, I don't think I really have a choice if we want to get there. So let me try to get there, and I'll see you in a few minutes. Out of the blue, we got this news report, another strike 6 months after the final closure of the Aurora Aerospace Complex. You may remember this was, I guess, you know, the quest we did. We gave them a lot of different resources to create this Aurora project. Now, I wasn't even aware that it had closed down. They didn't show me anything. It's not like I missed a mission or anything. I would have definitely told you. So I don't know if it's a bug or if it's just scripted somehow. But yeah, this is closed. Seems people are not happy, but also doesn't seem there's a clear impact for me. So I don't know, again, maybe it's a bug of the quest or something, but I did want to show you that. And ladies and gents, we're down to 700 days, but we're basically done with this step 3. We're missing just a few modular frames, and I just bought some. Now, talking about buying, one thing I did want to mention, if you haven't seen it, is the stock on the market is limited. For example, for titanium, there is currently 3,700 of titanium, so that's fine, that's quite a lot. For modular frames, there's only 121 in the market. So actually, you know, in the last hour or so while I was playing, there's been many times where there was nothing on the market for the modular frames. I had bought all of them and I had to wait quite a while before new ones were coming. I actually had money. Money wasn't the problem. There was just no modular frames to buy on the market. and I was going as fast as possible to make them. But even with all of these, with colonists working on them, it still takes forever. So yeah, we are finally there. So let's see it. Here it is. It's going, right? The rover with 2,450. And if we go to the map, and see, this is the only thing that's missing, right? We have delivered the modular terminals, the carbon fibers, and the nanotubes, all good there. Let's accelerate the time, and I'll see you in a second when, my rover actually arrives there. Here it is, we're almost there. Even at 4 speed, it's taking a bit of time, and the frames are terrible. So we'll go back to normal speed right now. And it is. It's time to install the targeting system. Even the most accurate sniper can't make a precise shot at the asteroid without additional devices. So how much is that gonna cost me? Let's see. Okay, so we just spent a lot of time and money on 2,000 modular frames, and now we need 3,000 of them. Similarly, we took a lot of time to get 1,500 nanotubes. Now we need 3,400 of them. And then on top of this, a lot of titanium plates, which are needed for this too. And then the duralium plates. So to be honest, it's probably the easiest one, because that one is not really used right now. So I can increase that production. It was fine. But yeah, the reality, ladies and gentlemen, is I don't think we're going to make it. As I said in the previous episode, this is only 4 out of 7, and this is a lot. So I think actually we're going to give it a break. We're going to see if there's new, improvement to the game that are coming soon. I mean, if you look at the research, by the way, I did want to show you, I have completely finished fundamental, completely finished engineering, and even social. There's like 3 remaining or something like this, right? Like there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's 5, but still, that's very little, and they don't really bring anything to me. It's not like it's gonna enable me to double my production or anything like this, right? It's just very small incremental gain with those things. I see I have problems over here. Yeah, titanium plates. So titanium is really my problem at this moment. As you can see, we have tons of aluminum, silicon, and steel. Not so high on smart concrete, by the way. So that's something to watch. But the titanium is really the one that I haven't really been able to increase. It's almost like I would need a drilling, to drill in a place where there's only titanium and nothing else, because I'm not getting enough of that. You can see I do have a long line of titanium, and they're still, they're full and they're working at 100% efficiency, but that's still not enough. We need more. We need more. So yeah, I think again, I'm gonna give it a pause for this one. It's not potentially the end of this series. Maybe we will pick it up in a bit, but I do also want to make a review of the game in its current state, what's good about it, what I think the devs should focus on, because let's remember it's early access, so they will continue to improve it. So I want to tell them, in my humble opinion, what to focus on. So stay tuned for that video, and also don't hesitate to tell me in the comments below, if there are things that you still want to do and want to see in this game, right? In this series, if we do continue it, what do you want me to focus on that maybe I haven't shown so far, or is it just that you want me to continue expanding even if the frames now are terrible? Do tell me in the comments below, smash the like button, and I hope to see you next time.